Hello, this is Velasque and we're back for another video. So the purpose of this video is to show how to transfer data between two activities or two files in Java, okay? So what we're going to build today is we're just going to have, the user enter their name, and then there's going to, in the next screen, there's going to say hello, their name, okay? Very simple app. So let's first add some constraints to this, okay? Okay, and then let's go to our Java file and let's define this. So this is going to be an edit text, and this is going to be called entry, I guess. And let's set this equal to another edit text, and let's do the find view by ID or dot ID and the edit text personal name. And let's add a semicolon. So yeah, this is all the normal stuff, okay? And let's go back to our activity main, and we want them to enter a name and be transferred to another file. So first of all, we need to add a button to do that. So let's add a button right here. Okay, say it like there. Add the constraints, and yeah, okay, that works. Now we are going to go back to our main activity and also define this button. So we're going to have button btn and let's set this equal to a button, and let's do that find view by ID thing, ID dot button. Okay, there, we just defined the button. That's all we're doing. And then we set an on-click listener for the button. We have to do that anyways. So it's btn dot set on-click listener, and we just do that new view dot on-click listener. And yeah, okay, this is where we do the intents and all those stuff. So first of all, we need to set an open activity, okay? So we're gonna have a method called open activity. So we're gonna define that later. So let's say open activity. I'm sure that's the spelling of it. Okay, it's gonna be red for now because we didn't define it. Yeah, cannot resolve method or open activity, but we're gonna define it. Okay, so right now we define it. So let's do so public void open activity, and I'm gonna set this equal to that. Okay, and then right now we're going to define a new intent. Okay, so intent. Okay, I'll explain this in a second, but we're going to new intent, and we're going to have this, and we're going to have main activity 2 dot class. We still haven't defined this yet. We still need to make this file, but yeah. And then we do, yeah, let's just define this file really quickly. I'm going to go to file, go to new, and I'm going to go to new, let's see, activity, and say empty activity right there. And we're going to name this main activity 2. We already did that. Let's click finish. Okay, so okay, let me explain it here. So this intent thing, cannot resolve this class. Yeah, so this intent thing, we have an intent, okay, to open this new file and send some data through it. So what is this thing is doing is defining a new intent, okay? It's transferring data from this file to the main activity 2 dot class file. So this thing, okay? That's all it's doing, okay? And now we want to define a specific thing we want to do. So what piece of data will we want to send to this file? You want to send, the name, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to set this edit text, Okay, so we want to do this entry dot get. Oh, first we have to define it, right? Yeah, sorry. I just moved from Python, so it's kind of yeah. So okay, so let's do a string. Let's set this to string text or something like that. Okay, and we want to set this to the entry dot get text, and we're going to say dot to string, and we're going to do that. And this thing, what's the error here? Cannot resolve symbol entry. Oh, what did we need to define this edit text right here? Yeah. So instead of defining it right here, we have to define it inside the brackets. Okay, so we have this string, okay, and yeah, now we have to do a thing called intent dot put extra, okay, dot put extra, okay. I'll explain this in a second. So we have a name, an ID for this thing. We're gonna call this what should we call it? String. No, let's call it name, okay. And we want to send this. We want this name to be relative to this string text. Okay, so this thing has an ID called name. Okay, and once this name is called, it's going to return the string text variable. So once we're in our main activity 2 Java, this will start to make sense. But yeah, and then lastly, we just start our activity, and we're going to have our intent with our intent. And yeah, now let's go to our main activity. Well, let's first go to our activity main 2, and let's make a text view, okay, of what we want to, happen. So how do I make this bigger? Yeah, make this bigger. Let's set this text size to be a little bigger. Oh my god, this thing. Set this to be 36, maybe something moderate, and that's about it. And let's set some constraints. Okay, we got those constraints, and let's go to our main activity 2.java file. Okay, now we have to define this thing again here. So let's do that right here. We have to define let's call the entry. So let's say edit text. What do you name it? Entry equals to an edit text. Wait, never mind. You don't have to define it. Sorry. We have to define the text view. So let's go to text view and set this. What should we name it? We should name it as result. And we want to name this as a text view. And let's say find view by ID. And r.id dot. Let's see, where is this text view? Let me look at the ID again. I forgot the ID. So it's text view. Okay, well, why can't I find it here? Oh, okay, it wasn't there in my autocomplete. Okay, so we defined this result thing. Okay, and all we have to do, is set this text. So this text view text. So wait, it was results. That's what I named it. And we want to set this text to the intent we did before. So let's see, let's go back to this thing. So to define it to this intent we did before. So to do that, we need to do, first we have to get the intent, okay, and then we name the ID, the name, by a string, okay. So and it's an extra intent. So basically there's this method called get string extra, okay, and then all you have to do is just specify our name, the name we did for this thing. Remember, we named it as name, and right here is name, and all now it's going to get that. Oopsies. Now it's going to get that. It's going to get the string text to from here. Okay, this is all it's doing, and that is about it. I have ran our activity on an emulator, and let's check it out. So we have prompted to enter a name. So let's enter our channel name, Vlask. Please subscribe, guys. Okay, let's press our button, and if you press this button, it's going to open up our new main our activity main 2, and it's going to show this name. Okay, and yeah, it does. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe to our channel, and hope you stay tuned for our next videos. Thank you. This is Vlad.